Things first, let me know your thoughts on today's new episode down below. What did y'all think that y'all liked the episode? How do y'all feel about what Bill did? If you seen the episode, how do y'all feel? Cause I can't believe this. I said I can't believe this. Hold on. I said this can't be the same Bill that threw Ridge out of a doggone plane. This can't be the same Bill that threw Ridge out of a plane. Cause what the world going on? So on today's new episode of the Bold and Beautiful, I'm gonna do a quick summary and then we're gonna dive into the review. Like I said, I was saying how this can't be the same Bill that threw Ridge out the plane. I said Bill good for nothing. Bill good for absolutely nothing. He talking about he was about to take her to the police or whatever, and he took her home. He took her to his house. I said, now, wasn't that the same thing you did last time? I said, ain't that what happened last time? I said, that's how you got in trouble the first time. That's how you got in trouble in the first time. That's how we got here. You don't took her home? I said, I can't believe this. He don't took her home. All that, they don't see it at the doggone at Lee place or whatever, just for him to take her home. But what else? Let me see. They all thought that the pregnancy test was fake. That's what they were saying. But Luna was saying how she's willing to take, multiple tests to prove it. And they all gonna say the same thing, that she's pregnant. And I said, she's crazy. She's delusional. You know what she told Bill? Bill was walking back and forth and stuff. And he was talking about, I think she was trying to talk to him or whatever. And she gonna tell Bill, I understand you're upset. Will didn't tell you about us. I said, girl, there is no you and him. There is no us as of right now. Now, I don't know if they're gonna actually do the storyline where they put them together. But we'll see. But yeah, she told me, I understand you're upset. Will didn't tell you about us. I was like, didn't you hear him in the room? He said he didn't even know that was you. You over here, she done created another scenario in her head. I said, this girl crazy. What else? Let me see. And I was saying, let me guess, they finna get ready to let her go free. Because if you was really gonna call the police, you would have been called the police when you first got there and found out that she was alive. When you seen her, the first thing you supposed to did was call the police, but you didn't do that. You didn't do that. Should have known. I was like, this girl getting away with everything. But yeah, Will wants to tell Latria everything, but will he though? Because y'all know they'll be like, I'm going to tell the truth or whatever. Then they go to them, and the person either keep interrupting, or they decide, no, I don't want to hurt her like this or whatever. So I was like, is he going to actually tell her the truth, or is he going to let somebody talk him out of it? But yeah, I said he better tell her before somebody else tell her, like Luna. He better tell her the truth before Luna tells it. But yeah, Hope and Electra was just talking about Will, or still talking about Will. How he hasn't contacted Electra, and she was saying how that's weird, that's not like him. What else? They showed Sheila she was thinking about Luna, but she let Deacon believe that she was thinking about Hayes. He could tell that something was off or something was wrong with her, but she didn't say anything. And she was just saying how she grateful for him and all this other stuff. And I said, you gonna lose him. I said, you gonna mess around and lose him. You always said, she always used to say how she wanted a man that loved her and all this other stuff. Now he love you crazy tail and you lying in his face. I said, now he the one person that love your crazy tail. Well, I ain't gonna say the one person, because I think she done had multiple. But yeah, you over here lying to him. He been on your side, vouching for you and everything. Now you don't lie to his face, and the secret's finna come out. The secret's finna come out. But what else? At the end of the episode, excuse me, at the end of the scene, Lee ended up telling Sheila that Bill and them came and they just took Luna away. I said, Lee, you better get up out of there. I was like, save yourself, girl. They can't get you if you go. Well, they can get you if they find you. But I was like, you better save yourself. She over here trying to tell Sheila, forget that. Because Sheila didn't tell you that she snuck out and went slept with Will, did she? I was like, you better save yourself. I would have been out of there. I was like, look, they can't catch you if you across the country, girl. Well, they could. But I'm just saying. But yeah, what did y'all think of the episode? I can't believe Bill don't took her, talking about something, he taking her to the cops or whatever. He take her to the police. Don't took her home. She was like, you brought me home. He was like, this isn't your home. She was like, it once was my home. I said, man, this can't be the same Bill that dumped Ridge out of a doggone plane. Every time we see him, he doing something stupid. I was like, what the old Bill at when he was doing crazy stuff? I said, at least bring him back. Well, this is crazy, though. Technically, this is crazy. But yeah, I was like, I know you tell the story. I was like, yo, took her home to my son. I had questions. I want answers or whatever. He wanted to know, was she faking and why is she trying? Oh, I skipped the part. Did I even write that down? Yeah, I did. I skipped the part. He want her to get an abortion. He told her, he was like, you can't just trust her word or whatever. And if you love my son, like you say you love my son, then, get an abortion. And look on her face. I was like, you crazy. Is she pregnant? Is she pregnant? Is she actually pregnant? She ain't getting away. She's not getting rid of that baby. Did you not hear her? She done created this whole little scenario in her head. And they don't even know yet that she want to get married to him, because she was like, if she becomes a Spencer, she won't have to work again. And he told me, get her an abortion. Please. I said, let me guess, they finna get ready to let her stay out of jail. I was like, I don't know if they gonna sit up here and let her, give birth to the baby and then report her or what. But I was like, he took her to the house. What you taking her to the house for? But yeah, hold on. Luna was telling Will that she's pregnant with his child. He just standing up there and shocked, and that's when they all start saying, she faking. That's a fake pregnancy test. We ain't got time for your games. Lee was telling her she sacrificed everything for her, and she over here playing games. And she's like, no, grandma. No, grandma. I said, shut up. Shut up. Electra ends up revealing to Hope that she hasn't heard from Will. They show Sheila thinking about Luna, and Deacon came up. She ended up saying how she's blessed to have Deacon in her life, and I was like, okay, is she about to tell him the truth? No. She continued to lie, and the lie gonna blow up in her face. But yeah, they all start saying, excuse me, they all start saying how the test has to be fake or whatever, and I thought it was fake too. But she told me, so she willing to take another pregnancy test. How everyone that she take is going to say and verify that she's pregnant or whatever. I was like, she'll still be going to jail. I don't know how that process works, but she'll have to go to jail still. But I think Katie said something about let Bill handle it, because Luna can't be the one in charge. She already is. She can't be the one in charge. It's too little too late. She just proved she in charge. He done took her home. What the word? I don't know how the process will work with them being pregnant in jail or whatever, but she'll have to be pregnant in jail, because what the word? Then what get me is Lee. She's standing up here like, after everything I did for you and all this other stuff. Now, she'll murder 2 people. What? I don't understand what her mindset is. Because she done murder 2 people. She done put the gun in a doggone cage. And you over here shocked that she running around taking advantage of people and stuff. What the world? But yeah, what else? Let me see. Deacon wanted to know what's going on with Sheila, but she lied. He was like, let me guess, you thinking about your grandkid. He thought it was Hayes, but it was actually Luna. He was like, can't be Luna because she's 6 feet under. Shoot. Shoot. But yeah, what else? Let's see. Electra was talking about her love for Will and how she sees a future with him. Bill ends up telling Luna that she's going to jail. He grabs her, and that's when he was like, he about to take her to the police or whatever. He did not. Spoiler alert, he did not. He took her home. And what else? Let me see. Electra thinks that, I already said she thinks she can have a future with Will. Deacon thinks that Sheila thinking about Hayes. Bill brought Luna to his house. I wrote down, so what's wrong with him? What's wrong with the real Bill? Please stand up, because what the world going on around here? I was taking notes, and I was like, this can't be the same. Didn't he throw Ridge out a doggone airplane or whatever? Or a jet? Not a jet. What's it called? Helicopter. Out of helicopter. But yeah, I said jet. But yeah, let me see. Let's see where I stopped at. Oh, Bill wanted answers from her, and that's when she just started talking and stuff, and kept talking about her love for Will, and this is real. I know you're upset because, Will didn't tell you about us, but this is happening. I'm having your grandchild. You and Katie are going to be grandparents and everything. And I was like, this girl needs to be in the crazy house. I always said, when in this situation, I'd be like, can they go to jail and the crazy house, or go to the crazy house and then go to jail? She need both. She need both at this point. But yeah, what else? Let's see. Will ends up talking to Katie. Katie wanted to talk to him alone. She said that's why she told Lee to get out. So he was saying how, he thinks it's a con job, but she was having doubts. She was like, if it wasn't for that one night, then, she wouldn't actually believe her or consider it. But because they did share that night, then, anything's possible at this point. So he started talking about Electra. He's like, she don't deserve any of this. He should have been honest from her. He should have been honest from the jump. And I said, right, exactly. That's how you mess up. The lie get out of hand, then now you got to go tell her the truth. But will he tell her the truth? That's the question. Or will she interrupt him and be like, I got you this gift. I made you this or whatever. And he'd be like, I can't tell her the truth. I can't lose her. Y'all know how I be going. I was like, you better tell her before Luna tell. Just like she sent that text message to you with the mask or whatever, she could easily send a text message or something to Electra. But yeah, I think the last thing, I already said how Will wants to be honest with Electra. The last thing is, Bill was like, you say you love my son? Prove it. Get an abortion. I was like, you crazy. She ain't getting no dog. Even if she said she got an abortion, she wouldn't actually do it. You don't brought her home to try to convince her to get an abortion. Did you not hear her at the place? Did you not hear her right now? She ain't get no dog on abortion. I'd be shocked she get an abortion if she pregnant. We don't know yet. But yeah, that's it. That's all. Let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, deuces. Have a great rest of the day and be safe.